Hey guys, it's Fee. So I am going to do a reply to Things This Week episode 4. And I'm running a little bit late this week. I'm doing this on Friday. I don't know if I'll get this up today or tomorrow. But I wanted to get it done because I know that I believe episode 5 is coming a day early. So I don't want to be too far behind. I don't want to be playing catch up. So I'm going to get this done. And this week's episode is 10 questions plus a bonus question. I've got them right here. And they are all TV related. So I'm going to try and remember to put the questions down here. If I don't, I will at least put Lisa's original video from the Things This Week channel below so you can go check her out if you haven't already. Alright, so I'm going to jump on in here. And number 1 is, what is your favorite reality show? I never used to watch a whole lot of reality. I wasn't really into it, especially when we were like marinated. I'll use marinated. We were marinated in reality shows there for a while. That was like all that was on TV, and I really wasn't into it. But lately, they've gotten a little bit more creative with some of the shows, and some of them have gotten my attention, so they're slowly reeling me in. The first one off the top of my head is a little bit more common. I do watch The Voice, though that probably has something to do with Blake Shelton and Adam Levine, but that's another story. But I've only actually watched one season of that, and it was 2 seasons ago, and I really enjoyed it. But then last season they changed up the coaches or the judges, whatever you want to word them as, and I wasn't too thrilled with that, so I didn't watch it. But now the original people are back, so we are watching that one again this season, and so far I think there's only been 2 episodes, and I'm liking it, so I'll probably watch the rest of it. The other ones that I watch are a little bit less common. Face Off, which I believe is on the Sci-Fi Channel, and that is pretty much about movie makeup artists who are trying to make it in the business. They're all given a weekly thing to accomplish. Normally it's themed. Sometimes they're going head-to-head. Sometimes they're teamed up. A lot of times they have special Hollywood directors, art directors, other makeup artists come on. They're always judged by the same 3 people at the end, but you never quite know what you're going to get with that show. I find it really interesting because some of these people are really talented. Some of the ideas they come up with, and then just being able to do it in the allotment of time that they give you, and you get to see what they can turn a normal person into just with makeup. It's pretty awesome. The other one that I watch is probably even less common, but it's probably my favorite of all of these. Counting Cars, which I believe is on the History Channel. I think that counts as a reality. I mean, it's not like your typical reality show, but I think it technically is reality. It's about this guy. He's called the Count, hence the name of the show. And he has his own car/motorcycle shop in Vegas. Of course, you have to be into that kind of thing to like the show. And most of the time he's working on older cars. With motorcycles, it tends to be paint jobs, or he's trying to get special things done to motorcycles to help people who typically wouldn't be able to ride. Like one of my favorite episodes was as he was helping a vet who had come back, who had lost his ability to walk while serving our country, and he still wanted to ride, and they found a way to turn a motorcycle into something that allowed him to like roll his wheelchair right up onto it and still ride. It was pretty awesome. Plus, this guy, the Count, he tends to ride around town just trying to find cars, be them parked in people's driveways or riding down the street. And then if he finds them while they're being driven, he tries to get the people to pull over and buy their car off of them right then and there. Some pretty crazy scenarios. Another one, you never know what you're going to get because you wouldn't expect that to actually work, and most of the time it does. All right, so I'm rambling now. Number two. I'm only on number two. Yeah, I need to speed this up. Number two, what is your favorite comedy? I've never really been into sitcoms very much. Not really ever. There's a lot of really popular sitcoms that I will not name off here. That people would probably think is complete sacrilege that I haven't watched. They'd probably look at me like I'm crazy. But I don't know. I watch more dramas, action, that kind of stuff. But I think I do watch one show that kind of qualifies as comedy, but again, it's kind of reality comedy. It's called Top Gear. I believe that one is also on the History Channel. And again, you kind of got to be into cars. But it's kind of like a little comedy mixed with a little reality, mixed with a little bit of talk show without like the actual set. It's the same three guys every week. One of them is a professional driver. Another one's involved in NASCAR. Another one, I think, is just a car enthusiast. There's probably more to that third guy, but I'm just not remembering. And they kind of give them challenges to do every week. And because they're all from three different realms of the genre, you end up with three entirely different ideas. And of course, they're all guys, so they all have egos. So it's quite amusing because every single one of them wants to win the challenge every week. It's pretty funny. It is. But again, you have to be into cars to like that kind of show. All right, number three. What are some of your favorite shows to watch? Well, like I said, I watch a lot of dramas. I think I get that from my husband. That's his preference, and he tends to put shows on, and then I'll start watching them, and then I'll get addicted to them too. So they tend to be dramas. I think my favorite one right now is Criminal Minds. That one actually had its season premiere a couple of days ago. It was pretty awesome. Some of my other favorites have gotten removed either this season or last season, which has made me quite upset, particularly with CBS, because my favorites were CSI New York and CSI Miami. Miami's writing wasn't that great the last two seasons, but I've watched those. I watched both of those since the very beginning, so I was very upset when they left. So that really leaves me with Criminal Minds. I do watch NCIS, but I don't enjoy that one quite as much as the other ones. So I guess I'm kind of in the market for some new ones. All right, number 4. Favorite shows as a child, not a cartoon. I had to think about this one for a minute, and I got to go with Full House. I think I watched that one religiously. And I have to go with Doogie Howser. I loved Doogie Howser. And of course, now that actor is on How I Met Your Mother, and I actually don't watch How I Met Your Mother. Again, not into the sitcoms, but yeah, I loved Full House, and I loved Doogie Howser when I was a kid. Number 5, shows you watched with your parents when you were younger. You know what? I was mostly raised by my grandmother and my aunt, who there was a larger generation gap there. So they kind of instilled me at a young age to appreciate some shows you probably wouldn't expect a kid to watch, but I love them. Dallas, we're talking the original Dallas, like Kushat J.R. Dallas. Highway to Heaven. I loved this show. Michael Landon was one of my favorite actors as a child. And I gotta say, the Golden Girls. I think I've seen every episode that there is. Number 6. What show can you not stand to watch? Okay, now don't throw tomatoes at me. Virtually. But most of the ones that I can't stand to watch, everybody's going to go, oh my God, are you kidding? But as you can tell by some of my answers, I'm not the typical TV watcher. I cannot stand Survivor. I cannot stand The Bachelorette or any of those. Just the concept of, I don't know, going out with 10 different guys for the whole nation to see, for you to figure out who you're going to end up with. And you know damn well it's not going to work out in the end. Yeah. Survivor, you know what? I watched a little bit of Survivor the first season, and it just got old really quick. And I think that's that whole being marinated in reality shows at first when they came up with the whole concept. So Survivor kind of irked me right off the bat. I never got over it. Other than reality, the other stuff that I really can't stand to watch is Family Guy. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I can't explain it, but I cannot even handle watching 1 minute of that show. And the other one, now this is the one that I'm probably going to get crucified for, The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, I know. Now, you know, I think what it is I'm a programmer. I qualify as a geek. So you would think that I would think Sheldon is hysterical, but I can only handle it in small doses. So I guess it's not that I can't stand it, it's that I can only handle it in small doses. Some of it's funny, and some of it just makes me go, really? Which, of course, I do to people, and then they say, oh, look, you just gave me a Sheldon. And I'm like, what does that mean? And then I got to watch the show and figure out what they're talking about. All right. Number 7. What cartoon do you still watch as an adult now? I really don't watch cartoons, but if I should ever like flip channels past one from my childhood, I think the ones I would probably enjoy watching the most would either be the original Tom and Jerry's, which I think Lisa mentioned, and I've got to agree. The original ones. Not the ones where the lady's voice has been dubbed out. We won't get into why. I'm sure if you originally watched the original Tom and Jerry's, you know that they changed the lady's voice for stereotypical reasons. And that's fine, but I don't like it when they mess with originals. Leave them alone. So the original Tom and Jerry and the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were probably my favorites, and I probably would rewatch those if I were ever to see them on TV. Number 8, favorite TV couple. Well, this is where it gets rough because I don't watch a lot of sitcoms, and that's where a lot of the couples are. But the one that I did think of, and I don't watch the show regularly, I only catch it every now and then, but when I do watch it, I enjoy it. That would be Bones. So I'm going to say my favorite TV couple would be Bones and Booth, because I find them thoroughly amusing. Number 9, favorite leading character. Well, CBS kind of screwed this one up for me, because they discontinued CSI New York. I would say Mac from CSI New York was my favorite leading character. So now I have a vacancy. I'm looking for a new favorite leading character. I haven't found one yet. Number 9. Nope, I just lost track. That was number 9. Number 10. All-time favorite show ever. Hands down, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I absolutely love that show. I watched it religiously. And Lisa's bonus question was, new shows you want to watch this fall. I am not doing too well with this because there were ones that I thought about watching, and of course I forgot to set the DVR. So the first 2 on this list have started already, and I haven't actually watched them. So whether they actually make my watch on a regular basis list or not, I don't know, but I'm going to give them to you anyways. The ones that caught my attention was the Michael J. Fox Show, which I believe was on NBC and started on the 26th, so I missed that one. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was on ABC, and I believe that one started even earlier this week. 23rd, 24th, something like that. And I missed that one. The other 2 actually haven't started yet, so if I decide to really watch these, I still have time to set the DVR, and that would be the Tomorrow People, that starts in October, and the Originals that also starts in October, and both of those are on the CW. So, that's what I got. And I'm almost at 15 minutes, and I rambled way too long on all of these questions, so I'm going to let you guys go. I will talk to you later. Bye.